What if everything you thought you knew about helping others and about predicting life itself was wrong? What if your best intentions, the desire to save someone, actually made things worse? And what if the events that shape your destiny aren't the ones you planned for, but the ones you never saw coming? This is the shocking reality behind two powerful ideas, the Savior's Paradox and the Black Swan theory. One reveals the hidden danger of trying to rescue others. The other exposes the truth about chaos, uncertainty, and the rare events that rewrite history. And together, they force us to face one of the hardest questions in philosophy. Are we really in control of our lives, or are we just clinging to illusions? Stay with me, because once you see these truths, you'll never look at yourself, your relationships, or the world the same way again. 1. The Savior's Paradox. When helping hurts. We've all felt it, the urge to save someone. A friend drowning in addiction, a partner stuck in pain, a family member trapped in endless cycles of bad choices. You want to help, you want to fix, you want to carry them out of the fire. But here's the paradox. Sometimes the more you save them, the more you destroy them. Because when you rescue someone from the consequences of their choices, you also rob them of their growth. Pain, struggle, failure, these are the very forces that shape strength, wisdom, and transformation. Jung once warned that the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. And sometimes rescuing others keeps them from facing themselves. But it doesn't stop there. When you make saving others your mission, you risk losing yourself. You carry their burden. You absorb their chaos. You sacrifice your energy, your peace, your identity, and in the end, neither of you is free. That's the paradox. The desire to save can come from love, but if it turns into control, it becomes a prison. 2. The Black Swan. Life's unpredictable earthquakes. Now let's shift. Imagine living your life thinking tomorrow will look like today. Your job feels secure, your relationship stable, the world predictable. And then, out of nowhere, everything changes. This is the essence of Nassim Nicholas Taleb's Black Swan theory. It describes those rare, unpredictable events that alter the course of history: wars, pandemics, financial crashes, but also personal events like sudden loss, unexpected success, or chance encounters that rewrite your story. Philosophically, black swans remind us of a humbling truth. We are far less in control than we believe. We build our lives on routines, plans, and probabilities. But life is not a straight line. It's chaos punctuated by shocks. The stock market collapses. A virus sweeps the globe. One conversation changes the direction of your career. One person you meet changes your entire destiny. We don't see these coming, but once they arrive, nothing is ever the same again. 3. Where the paradox meets the swan. Now here's where it gets profound. The Savior's Paradox and the Black Swan are connected. When you try to save others, you're trying to control their chaos, to protect them from life's storms. But the storms, the black swans, are often the very events that wake people up, transform them, or lead them to who they're meant to become. By rescuing them, you may prevent the very black swan that could have changed their life forever. And on the flip side, black swans humble the Savior in us. Because no matter how much we try to fix, plan, or shield others, life will always throw events we cannot predict or prevent. The philosophy here is clear. We are not gods. We are not omniscient. We cannot rewrite someone else's story. What we can do is walk beside them. Support, not control. Love, not rescue. Guide, not dictate. 4. The philosophy of control versus surrender. This brings us to the deepest question of all. If saving others can destroy them, and if life itself is ruled by unpredictable black swans, then what control do we truly have? Philosophers across time wrestled with this. Stoics like Epictetus taught that we control only our response, never the events themselves. Nietzsche believed that chaos is not to be feared but embraced as the raw material of becoming. Frankl showed us that even in the darkest suffering, meaning can be chosen. When control is lost, freedom is found in interpretation. The synthesis is this: we cannot control life's storms. We cannot control other people's journeys. But we can choose how to meet both, with wisdom, compassion, and courage. 5. The emotional truth. Here's the hardest pill to swallow. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is not to save someone. Sometimes the most important event of your life is the one you never saw coming. And sometimes the only real freedom we have is to surrender to the uncertainty and trust that even in chaos, there is meaning. Because the Savior's Paradox teaches us humility. And the Black Swan teaches us wonder. Together, they remind us that life is not ours to control. It is ours to experience, to grow through, and to live fully while we can. So I'll leave you with this question. Have you ever tried to save someone and realized you lost yourself in the process? Or experienced a black swan, an event so unexpected it changed your entire life? If you have, share it in the comments. Because your story may be the reminder someone else needs right now. And if this resonated with you, don't stop here. Subscribe for more philosophy, psychology, and deep truths that help us navigate this unpredictable, beautiful chaos called life. Because in the end, you don't need to be the savior. You don't need to fear the black swans. You just need the courage to face yourself and the humility to embrace the mystery of being alive.